In this video, I'm going to describe how to dynamically determine which operating system the application is currently running in, and then how to use the appropriate code to add a native menu to either the native window or to the native application. For this demonstration, I'll use the application addingmenu.mxml. In this version of the application, the code that constructs the menu and sets up event listeners has been wrapped into a function called createMenu. This function returns a native menu object, and then in the init method, the returned object from that function is passed to the menu object of the native window. Once again, the application in its current state only works correctly on Windows, and if you're running on Mac, you would right now want to comment out the line of code at line 11 and uncomment the code at line 13. But in order to dynamically determine where to place the menu, we can use a property named supportsMenu that's implemented on both the native window class and the native application class. In both cases, it's implemented as a static property, meaning that you call the property as a member of the class definition rather than an instance of the class. To make sure that you're only trying to add a menu to a native window where it's supported, wrap the existing line of code in a conditional block that looks like this. If native window dot supportsMenu, then put in a pair of braces and move the code that's currently adding the menu to the native window into the braces that follow the Boolean expression. Now you'll only be adding the menu where it works. You can do something very similar for the Mac. Place the cursor after the comment for Mac and add a conditional clause. If native application.supportsMenu. Once again, add a pair of braces after the if clause. Now move the commented code into the if clause, remove the comments, and change the code so that instead of trying to retrieve a menu object, we're simply taking the value from the createMenu function and passing that to the native applications menu. Now here's a very important note about working on Mac OS X. Native applications in Mac OS X already have a standard menu. When you pass a native menu to the menu object in this fashion, you're replacing the standard menu. The standard menu has menu choices like File, Edit, and so on. If instead you want to add items to the standard menu, use a method of the menu object called addItem, and then you'll be adding the menu to the existing menu. This code, however, should work for this demonstration. I'll save the changes and run the application, and you'll see on Windows once again that the menu appears correctly, and if you're working on Mac OS X, you should see that the menu works there correctly as well.